So I figured today we might talk a little bit about candle magic, the magic associations, some things you may or may not know. So how do I know about candle magic? Is because I wrote a book on it. I've written 14 books, but this is one of my favorites. I think it's the second to the last book I wrote. The most recent one was Cernunnos, the Lord of Wild Things. But yeah, I figured we would go through some of the associations, zodiac associations, color associations, moon phase associations, some of the things that I cover in here. So the first thing is, I've got some marked. Actually, whenever you get one of my books, you get this cool little bookmark I created, which actually encourages people, hey, go to my Amazon and give me a review. But moon phases and candle magic. So, the new moon is when you have new beginnings, things that you should actually start, fresh starts, when you're setting intentions. You do candle magic on the new moon. When the moon is waxing, that's when you actually work on magic that's for growth, attraction, and increasing abundance. So you could always do money magic during moon phases. If you're just joining, we're talking about all the different candle magic associations, some that you may know, some you may not know. And we're on moon phases. Now, when the moon is full, it's a time of manifestation, psychic work, and charging your tools. So you would actually put out like your crystals, your ritual tools out in a full moon to charge them. And when the moon is waning, that is a time to banish things, to release them, to get rid of them. So those are the 4 different moon phases and things. And, a lot of people know the associations, the zodiac associations for candle magic, but they may not know the colors. So each zodiacal or astrological sign does have a different color associated with it. And you can use this in your candle magic. So, for example, Aries is red, Taurus is green, Gemini would be yellow, Cancer, you can use white or silver, either one. Leo is gold. Virgo, you got green or brown, which makes a lot of sense. They're very grounded, earthy signs. Libra, you got either pink or blue. So I would choose, if pink or blue, pink, I would choose like a light blue. Scorpio, black or purple. Purple because they're very, like to think of themselves as very regal. Black must be their evil side. Sagittarius, you got orange. Capricorn is brown or gray. Aquarius is blue or turquoise. It's kind of hard to find a turquoise candle, though, And Pisces would be like a pale green. So those are the different color associations for the zodiac signs that you would use in candle magic. Like I said, this is one of the favorite books I've done. I've talked about so many different things in here. All the candle types. We're talking about figural candles all the way down to tea lights. And the different types of figural candles. But you know what? There's also, I'm going to see if I can get someone to bring in something to me. Hold on one second. I don't want to disconnect from you guys. Let me see if someone can bring me in a 7-day candle. And I can show you how to read the wax and stuff in a candle. I meant to grab that before we started, but I kind of forgot. So let me see if I can get someone to pop in here and hand me one. I just send a message. I don't want to yell. I don't want to yell across the office. This is my office, by the way. You can see all the neat stuff I've got, some of these are some old labels off of old hoodoo products back from the 20s. that I framed. The whole wall is this way. I mean, we've got tons of stuff up here. Just 1 second. All right, send a message. Somebody should be bringing me a 7-day candle or a couple of them. Second, you how to actually read the glass. So yeah, what is that? Is there's ceromancy. Ceromancy is the act of actually reading the wax in when a candle burns. Like, what does it look like when it pulls out? A good example I have is of a moving candle spell. You have a candle here and you have a candle here. I like to look at the way the wax pooled. Like, did it reach out to the other person? Did it wrap around them? Did it stay away from them? So, to me, that would be an important thing you would look at if you were trying to read the wax. Send another message in case they didn't see me. So that's ceromancy, which is in a minute we're going to read the soot of a candle. So you can see how that works. I mean, there's also the wax residue. There can be streaks on it. But there's also pyromancy, which is actually reading the flame. And, some people read this different ways. It can mean a tall flame can mean being very steady, or people read it as a sign of a spirit being present. Sometimes it's just that you put too much damn oil on the candle. I mean, capnomancy is reading the smoke. So there's all sorts of different signals that a candle can give off when it's smoking. Like if it's a rising smoke, it indicates positive energy. If it's a descending smoke, like it's kind of coming off of the candle going this way, it means there's obstacles or negativity, some sort of need for grounding. They say a thin, wispy smoke. These are all in the book, by the way. I'm going on over them. Implies clarity, and a thick, billowy smoke is for confusion, or there's obstacles in your way. There is just an entire list of them. I'm not sure they got my message. Hold on so I don't yell. No, wait. I hear them rumbling around. I think they're getting it. Now, a lot of it, reading smoke goes back thousands of years. Shamans have done this for thousands of years, reading the smoke. And sometimes they would do it by putting specific herbs and things into the fire. Thank you, girl.
You're welcome.
So, how do you read? I'm going to try to make sure you don't see anyone's personal information on this. This one. Okay, look at this. Now, it burned pretty clean, except for this. There is a white film. And what you want, so this one burned a little cleaner. You want it to be clearer. The white film inside can indicate there's a little bit of things are just not clear, or you're not looking at them clearly. Maybe you're too close to the situation to how do I explain this? You're too close to the situation to approach it in a way that would bring about the change that you want. Like maybe you're going about it wrong. Maybe you're not saying the right things to help the situation. Maybe you don't know when to give up. But it would be a black candle if it were like that. You see there's a little bit of wax left in the bottom. A little bit of a ring. Now it's not much. So I would consider this a slight obstacle. It indicates to you that the candle didn't completely take care of what you're wanting. But if you were to hold it up like a telescope, it means you can see a clear path to the future. So it did work pretty well, just as not as well as you wanted to. So I would just consider this one to be pretty clean because there's nothing major wrong with it. You can still see through it. You can see to the end of it. Now this one burned like really clean. I mean, look at the bottom of this one. There's no, I think you can hear me that way. There's no wax left, no wax residue. So this was a pretty clear burn. There's a little bit of a film, but sometimes that's just the wax. It has nothing to do with magical things. It just means it left a little bit behind. You'll over time you'll learn, hey, which is which. It barely left any herbs in it. So neither one of these show. But let's say, for example, you had black soot on this candle. If the black soot appeared at the top, that would mean there's a blockage. There's something going on, something standing in your way. But if it's clear this way, that means, okay, as the candle continued burning, it took care of the blockage. Now, let's say it started out clear and there's black soot down here. Now, that's like, hey, it's doing pretty good. It's working on it. It's working on the situation until it reached a problem. As if there's some new thing that popped up that it's like, you're not going to get it right now. We got a new problem. We got a new situation. There's a new obstacle. But what you really want is a clean burn. And where does the soot appear? If it's at the top, like we said, and then goes away, it's like, boom, it got rid of it. Some people think you need these big, elaborate spells. I mean, on my bookmagicstudio.com website, I have little community spells that people can do where it's just a chime that I do for different people for different things, different days. Like today, we're doing the healing community service, and each person gets a candle that represents them. And, that's just a little candle, a little boost of energy, but it's a collective energy of all these different people all looking for healing. And like tomorrow will be another service, like Wednesday's Blockbuster, Saturday's Uncrossing, things like that. But I also have these big elaborate spells on the site, and people think they have to go to that immediately. Like I have to have the biggest and the most expensive, and that's not true. A lot of times, a 7-day candle will do the trick. I mean, it depends on the situation. Think of this as burning a candle for, it's like saying 7 days of prayers or 7 days of petitions to try to put it to the universe like, hey, this is what I want. This is what I need to happen. Help me out here. It's like saying these things over and over and over for 7 days. Now, they're called 7-day candles. The truth is they probably burn about 6. Sometime back in the 80s, people started making them a little bit smaller. And they usually burn about 6. I have seen them go to 8 and 9. It depends. What does that mean? Because some people will ask, what if my candle's burning really slow? Well, sometimes it's just slow and steady work. Is it making soot? I don't worry about that. It just means it's slow and consistent. The turtle's going to win the race on this one. Other times it just means that sometimes it means there's not a lot to worry about. Now, what if a candle burns up really quick? To me, when a candle burns up really quick, like in a couple of days, it means there wasn't much to worry about to begin with. It's like it zipped right through it because maybe you were a little too worried about something that maybe you shouldn't have been. Of course, I've got a witchy cup. You wouldn't expect me not to have a witchy cup, would you? My other cup says, Your Lordship. It was given to me because someone asked me one time what my pronouns were, and I said, my pronoun is Your Lordship. So yeah, I've got that cup too. So what else are we going to learn in this candle magic book? I'm going to tell you everything. I want you to go buy my book, but I am proud of this book. Oh, this is a good one. Candle magic questions and answers. How long will it take my candle spell to work? I don't know. It depends. What are you doing? What's the situation? Are you surrounding yourself with a bunch of naysayers and assholes that are bringing down what the work you're trying to do? Or are you surrounding yourself with positive people who want you to reach your goals? Everything you do every day, every word you say, can affect whether a spell will work or not. Also, there's no timeline. There's no timeline written in the stars like, I am going to provide this to you in 6.7 days. Sometimes you get what you get when the universe says you're ready for it. Someone put, can I use scented candles in magic? These are based on questions that people sent to me, and I put them in a book. Now, this is interesting. Let's say you're living in a household with a bunch of other people who they don't believe in magic. They would throw, and some would, I've seen people say, heard people say, that they live with people who would throw their candles out if they knew they were doing magic. You know, you can use a Yankee candle to do magic in, and they would never know it. Like at our store, Aroma G's Botanica, we make fragrance candles that have nothing to do with magic. They're just meant to make the house smell pretty. And you know, I apologize, guys. I realized I did not turn on the feature that lets you comment. I will do that in the next video. I just see people joining but not commenting. And I forgot you have to turn that feature on. So I'm new to this type of live. I'm used to YouTube. But yeah, if you have people like that in the house that would throw away your magical stuff, get you a fragrance candle from us or Yankee or whatever, and get something like a toothpick or something. You can use a pen and write your petition onto the surface of the wax. Just write all over it, and then light the candle. Let it begin burning till it goes all the way across, and your words will have seeped down into the wax. Your spell work, your petition, your prayer, and to everyone else in the house, it's just a pretty smelling candle. They don't know that you've done other stuff to it. So that's one way you can actually do it if you've got a bunch of people in the house that are they're just not into it and not going to tolerate it. Someone wants to know, what if I'm out of a certain candle color? White. White always works. Because we didn't always have candle colors. Sometimes they were just made out of beeswax. Sometimes they just had like tallow candles, which were white. Don't worry about it too much. Worry about what you're going to say into the candle more than the color of it. But I do like to use color associations. Okay, I don't feel safe leaving candles burning when I'm not at home. Yeah, I don't either. What we do is, of course, I do have like 3 different altars, and if I am at home, I will burn them and on the altars. But when we're not at home, we have outside altars. But we actually were 4 chimneas, which are the not terracotta, the stone, not a stone fireplace, the pot belly ones that are made out of like stone or terracotta or something, and you fill the bottom with rocks, and we burn them in those. So they're outside on the concrete patio, which is surrounded by a brick wall, inside a chimney that's meant to be a fireplace with stones in the bottom. So if one of them breaks or shatters, it's not going to catch anything on fire. First, it has to go through the rocks, through the fireplace, and then onto a stone patio. So that keeps the wind off of them. And then we always put on top, which they're exposed, I take a planter stand and flip it upside down so that the feet are on top. And then I'll get a terracotta planter bottom, the saucers, and put it on top. And then it keeps the rain out. So there it is all ready. And I don't have to worry about anything burning down. It's like it can burn all day long, all night long, and I don't have to worry about it. Besides, it looks really cool out on the patio, right off the chapel, We have one in each corner, so you've got all these 7-day candles flickering and burning at night in each corner of the patio. It's almost like creating this magical energy field around, because you got all four corners. We actually need some more. We've been burning so many for other people that I'm running out of chimneys. We got to get some more, Reverend Roy and I. So yeah, that's some of the thing from the candle magic book. I've got all sorts of spells in here. There's healing spells, love and lust spells. Let me see if we can find a couple of neat ones. Heal a breakup candle. A 7-knob candle. Here's an old advertisement for a 7-knob candle. 7-knob candles are for doing 7 days, except they're not in glass, and you burn one knob every day. What people used to do before they manufactured these, they would take just a pillar candle, a tall pillar candle, and then measure it off into 7 sections and put a straight pin in it. You can still do this. Put a straight pin in it, and each day you burn it till the pin falls out. And then, you extinguish it, and then the next day you do another one till the pin falls out. Till on the 7th day, you're done burning the candle. I mean, I've done that before. It's kind of neat when it gets to that point. You hear the ding of the little, the little pin falling onto the table. They got a cauldron and creativity spell, money in abundance. I'm good at money in abundance spells. People come to me for that, for better business. Rent out your house quickly. I'm trying to find one that's really weird. The thing is, when it comes to writing a book, for me, is if you're trying to find it, you're not going to find Papa G. It's Gregory Lee White is my name. Is I don't just put in here things I already know. I think of it as an opportunity to actually begin to do some research, because one of the reasons why I enjoy writing books is because I learn new things. I go watch videos, watch documentaries, read sometimes other people's books, which I always put in the bibliography, articles, and seeking out this topic I'm writing about. So I like that I learn more by the time I've written the book than I knew when I started. So I think that's important. Here's a flame of protection spell, which was provided by someone. Which you're using simply a petition paper, 7-day candle, 2 cups of black salt, half a cup of chili flakes, and a tablespoon of like protection oil of some sort. It's that simple. Sometimes you don't have to have tons of things. You can sometimes put dirt around a candle. Yeah, I was trying to find, I know there's weird ones in here. There's really some weird ones in my Hexapeel book. Pokeberry bush barrier spell. This is what you need: pokeberry leaves, a large basin or tub, warm water, 4 small glass jars with the lids, brine, sulfur powder, cayenne pepper. Okay, this is more complicated. A shovel or a trowel, 4 white candles, candle holders, matches or lighter. What you do is you fill the basin with the warm water and add the pokeberry leaves, because they're known for like purification properties. Now, don't drink any of these. Pokeberry leaves are poisonous. Unless you're an old Southern lady that knows how to cook them, recook them, recook them, recook them. And then, yeah, it just goes through with these mantras that you're going to say, the candles you're going to light. You're putting 4 small holes in each corner of the yard. And in each hole, you're putting these protective affirmations. You're lighting the candles on top of each hole. It goes pretty lengthy. So, but hopefully that went over a bunch of things for you that kind of sparked your interest and get you thinking more about candle magic, like the color associations of the zodiacs and doing things during the different planetary phases. What am I doing the rest of the day? Well, tomorrow's New Year's Eve. I'll probably work some more on my website and stuff. Today I'm in the office. I have to order some things for the store because I mean we've had the big Christmas sale going on. It'll end tomorrow, and then there's just tons of stuff we're out of, so I have to deal with that. And I don't know what I'm doing later. I'm waiting for. I ordered myself a Christmas present, and I'm waiting to hopefully I can play it because I'm going to get on here and play it for you. Is a hand pan drum. I don't know if you've seen them. They're huge. They look like the shell of a tortoise, and you play it with your fingers. I'm constantly searching for an instrument I can play. My brother is very musically inclined. I'm not, but I think I can do that because I'm pretty good at doing the beat on a dashboard maybe when a song is playing. Maybe this one will help. I did buy a dulcimer a couple years ago. I could never do the guitar because it's two different things going on here. The dulcimer's on your lap, so I figured I could do that. I did know a little bit. I need to take lessons, but I think I'm going to like the handpan. Hopefully I'll get the hang of that because that would be really cool to do videos. It's very relaxing. If you don't know what they are, look them up. Google them. Hand pan drum. So let me know, stop by my website, folkmagicstudio.com. If you want, drop me an email, papag.southernfolkmagic@gmail.com. Let me know what you want me to make videos about. I'm sure I will download this one and also put it on my YouTube. And when the live ends later, I'll pop it back up on TikTok so other people get to see it too. So I've had a good time with you today. If you don't know me, I'm Papa G. I'm folkmagicstudio.com. I do candle spells for people. I read tarot cards, Lenormand cards, and I do bone readings, which you can book on my website. So until next time, it's been cool.